Imagine this. You've packed your bag perfectly. You know the weight, the size, the rules, or at least you think you do. You breeze through check-in, head for security, and suddenly you're stopped. The agent looks at your bag, scans it again, and shakes their head. Sorry, sir, new regulations. You'll have to check that. It's happening to thousands of travelers right now, and if you haven't flown since 2024, you might be in for a surprise. Welcome to Flywise, where we help you travel smarter, lighter, and always one step ahead of the crowd. If you love staying up to date with everything happening in the skies, you know what to do. Tap subscribe, give this video a like, and let's dive into what's really changing inside airports around the world in 2025. Because this isn't just another minor update. What's coming will change how you pack, how you move through security, and even what kind of bag you bring on board. Let's start with what most travelers will notice first, the new size and weight limits. For years, airlines had their own rules. Some allowed 10 kilograms, others 8, and some didn't even check. But now, under international standardization agreements rolling out this year, most major carriers, including those in the US, Europe, and South Africa, have aligned their cabin baggage rules. The maximum cabin bag size is now officially 55 by 35 by 20 centimeters. Not 22 inches tall anymore, that extra inch? Gone. And yes, they're enforcing it. If your bag's handle or wheels make it larger, it counts. The scale at the gate is back too. Many airlines are quietly installing AI-assisted baggage scanners that automatically weigh and measure your luggage as you enter the gate area. You don't even realize it's happening until you're told your bag must be checked in. It's fast, it's accurate, and it leaves no room for negotiation. And here's the kicker, the personal item rule is changing too. You used to get one carry-on and one personal item like a backpack or handbag. But some airlines, especially low-cost ones, are merging those into one single under-seat allowance unless you pay for a higher fare class. That means your backpack, your laptop, your handbag, your duty-free, all count as one. So what can you actually bring? In 2025, your personal item must fit under the seat and measure 40 by 30 by 15 centimeters or less. If it doesn't fit, you'll have to pay to bring it. Now, here's where things get even more interesting and slightly controversial. A few airports, including London Heathrow, JFK, and Sydney, have introduced automated smart lanes that use AI and 3D scanning to check for restricted items. This means you don't have to remove your liquids or electronics anymore if you're in a participating lane. But the trade-off? These scanners are far stricter about what counts as restricted. Let's talk liquids, because yes, that rule is finally changing. The old 100 milliliter liquid restriction, in place for nearly 20 years, is being phased out in some regions thanks to new computed tomography, CT scanners. The EU and UK are leading the charge. Starting mid-2025, many airports will allow liquids up to 2 liters total, with no need to separate them, but only at terminals equipped with the new scanners. So depending on where you fly, you could still be stuck under old rules. That means pack assuming the stricter standard, not the newer one, unless you're certain your departure airport has upgraded. Now, onto something few travelers expect, smart bags. Remember those trendy suitcases with built-in batteries, GPS, and USB charging ports? Well, in 2025, the rules have tightened even more. You can still bring them on board, but only if the battery can be removed entirely. If your battery is built in and can't be detached, you won't be allowed to fly with it, even as checked baggage. Too many mid-flight overheating incidents pushed regulators to act. And speaking of checked baggage, this is where most of the confusion starts. Airlines are promoting new eco-carry fares that appear cheaper, but these often exclude overhead luggage altogether. You'll only get a small underseat bag unless you pay extra. That's right. The ticket that looks cheap at first may cost you double by the time you add what used to be standard. Flywise tip: always check fare inclusions before booking. If the website says personal item only, that's your warning. Now, let's talk about tech integration. Most major airports have introduced biometric pre-screening systems, face scans replacing boarding passes. For now, it's optional in some countries, but in others like the US, UK, and parts of Asia, it's becoming mandatory for international departures. These systems automatically match your passport photo, security data, and even your flight manifest. It's faster, yes, but it also means your travel data is being collected in ways that didn't exist 5 years ago. So how does this affect your luggage? Well, in 2025, many airlines are linking your biometric ID to your baggage weight and allowance. That means if you've already checked a bag that pushes your total weight limit, the system will flag you before you even reach the gate. There's no arguing, no last-minute reshuffling at the counter. The AI has already calculated your total. Next up, food and medication. You'd think these rules wouldn't change much, but they did. With global safety revisions, certain powdered foods, protein mixes, and even baby formula must now be declared if carried in containers over 350 milliliters. The reason? Powder explosives can't always be distinguished by the new AI scanners. So keep these in small, clear containers and always declare them. And medications? Carry them in original packaging with prescriptions visible, especially if traveling internationally. Many countries are syncing their customs databases in real time, and even common over-the-counter medications can trigger alerts. Here's something frequent flyers already noticed: random gate bag inspections. This is not about security anymore. It's about revenue and regulation. Airlines now do random checks right before boarding to ensure compliance. If your bag doesn't fit the sizer, they'll tag it for hold, no exceptions. Travelers have reported losing valuable time and even missing flights arguing these changes. Let's take a moment to understand why this is happening. Airports are getting more crowded. The post-pandemic travel boom pushed global passenger numbers past pre-2020 levels. The International Air Transport Association, IATA, estimates over 4.8 billion passengers will fly in 2025. That's an all-time record. And with so many people moving through terminals, efficiency and safety are everything. The result? Automation. Everywhere. Automated size checks. Digital declaration systems. Facial verification replacing paper boarding passes. The smoother, yes, but it also means the margin for bending the rules has completely disappeared. And then there's the issue of sustainability. In 2025, some airports have introduced carbon-balanced luggage programs. What does that mean? Simply put, they're charging a small offset fee for heavier baggage, based on carbon emissions from fuel consumption. It's a clever way to push travelers to pack lighter, and it's already being trialed by airlines in Scandinavia and Australia. Now, let's talk about what travelers are calling the Great Repack. You might have noticed social media full of new packing hacks, modular luggage, and compressible cubes. That's not just trend, it's necessity. The new size restrictions mean even a basic carry-on suitcase might no longer qualify as cabin-approved. Soft-sided bags are replacing hard shells because they can flex under the new dimension checks. Travelers who used to swear by hardshell luggage are switching back to duffels and backpacks. Even laptop bags are changing. Many airlines now require that electronics fit inside your personal item, not as separate sleeves or cases. It's all about streamlining security flow. Let's touch on duty-free because yes, that's affected too. Under the new rules, duty-free purchases count toward your personal item limit unless sealed in a tamper-evident STEB bag with receipt inside. So if you grab perfume or liquor after security, you might have to hold it in your hands or pay extra to stow it on board. That's right, even your airport shopping spree has to follow the new measurements. Now, a quick Flywise tip for the travelers who hate surprises. Download your airline's app before your flight. Most now use real-time baggage compliance alerts. Once you enter your booking number, it'll tell you exactly what's allowed on that route and what's not. It updates daily as policies change. But here's where many passengers get caught: code-share flights. You might book with one airline but fly on another. And guess what? The rules you follow are the ones of the operating carrier, not the one you booked with. So if you buy your ticket through British Airways but fly operated by Iberia or Qatar, your carry-on policy could be completely different. Always check both airlines' baggage pages before packing. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about security culture. Many frequent flyers say airports feel different in 2025, calmer, more controlled, but also more watched. Every movement is tracked, from the weight of your bag to how long you linger at security. The system learns patterns. If you repeatedly try to carry overweight luggage or restricted items, your profile may be flagged for extra screening on future trips. It's not about punishment, it's data-driven efficiency. And then there's AI again, the quiet new gatekeeper of air travel. Some scanners are so advanced they can detect organic versus synthetic materials inside your bag in seconds. That's why those new no electronics removal lanes work. But it also means your privacy level drops. The machine sees everything. So how do you travel smarter in 2025? Simple. Pack lighter. Think smaller. Stay informed. Buy luggage that's modular and compliant. Soft-sided under 55 centimeters with removable battery ports. Keep liquids below 100 milliliters unless you're sure your airport has the new CT scanners. Store meds with documentation. And always keep your essentials, passport, charger, medication, and valuables in your personal item under the seat. Because here's the truth. These rules aren't about making your life harder. They're about speeding up a system that's overloaded. The world is flying again. Airports are bursting at capacity. These new rules are how the industry keeps the skies moving safely and efficiently. Still, change always catches people off guard. So next time you fly, you'll see it. Passengers arguing with gate agents, repacking at the counter, confused about why their once-approved bag no longer qualifies. You, though, you'll just smile, walk through security, and head to your gate stress-free. Because you watched this video. You knew before you flew. That's the Flywise way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next flight.